This is one of the most common types of applications that you're building. This is a RAG app, or retrieval augmented generation, right? So basically RAG is, you have a bunch of your company's data sets. Now you index them and store them in a vector database. The reason why you do that is because LLMs are optimized to understand vectors, basically arrays of numbers. And what happens is when you ask a question saying, hey, where can I find this in my company's Slack channel or something like that? The first thing it does is it does a vector search on the vector database, comes back with a context, and then a large language model applies its generative capabilities on that context and then gives you a result. So it's basically using your own company's dataset context and then gives you a generative response based on top of that. The other type of application that you might be building is this, which is basically agents. AI can generate data, generate text, generate a bunch of things, generate code for you, but it can't execute actions by itself. But through the magic of function calling, you can start getting it to call certain functions or call certain capabilities on third-party APIs. So for instance, you can get it to talk to YouTube and transcribe a video. You can get it to talk to your own API or talk to your own database and stuff like that through the magic of function calling. And that's really what an agent does. An agent hooks up with an LLM to do planning and reasoning, and then uses that capability to call the right tools through the power of function calling. And that's really what an agent does. Or you might also be building an agentic RAG application. A lot of this may be using agents, but also using your RAG. So it may be a combination of using agents and RAG to build something that is very custom, that uses your data, that gets context from your data sets or your organization's data sets, and is able to call functions and call tools and so on and so forth. Basically, that is agentic RAG, right? So it's either RAG, agents, agentic RAG, somewhere in the middle, something in between. So you're typically dealing with these types of applications.